So we're at the end of August and it's time to sort of show you what Blu-rays I've picked up this month. Some I've already watched and I'll talk about those when I get to it. There's a lot in here that I picked up in the last dying days of the Arrow sale, and there'll be lots of ones where I'm going like, yep, cool cover, don't know anything about it. I'll try to make it a little bit interesting, or at least as quick as I possibly can to get through those titles. So let's get started with some movies that I picked up this month. Get Out, directed by Jordan Peele, came out earlier in the year and I thought this was a fantastic movie. I wouldn't classify it as horror, which other people are. I'd say it's very thriller with a very strong social commentary all the way through it. I think the lead performance is excellent. I like Catherine Keener as well. I think she's terrific. There's a real twist in the tale, and even knowing what happens in the movie, I still think it's a hell of an enjoyable flick. And what I think is best about it is a TSA agent friend of his who tells him the things that we're actually thinking, and even this time around I thought it was funnier. I picked up The Giver. I know nothing about this. It was £1, and you know, for £1 it's got Jeff Bridges. I'll probably watch this and then trade it in, I think, because I've not heard great things about it. The Devil's Double, one that I wanted to watch a while ago when it came out. It is about a son of Saddam Hussein who gets basically someone hired to live his life so that he gets assassinated first. Sounds kind of cool. Dominic Cooper's in it and I like that. I missed this one in the cinema, and again it was £1. With a little nudge from Luke Ryan from Razor Wire Reviews, he sent me down the path of getting this 2-pack, which is The Great White Silence and The Epic of Everest. He knows I've been getting into silent stuff. He recommended this as a great pickup. I don't know too much about it. Another one of my favourite ones of the year is The Handmaiden. Now this is the special edition, which basically means it comes with the theatrical and the extended director's cut, and for some weird reason, rather than just put them into a 2-pack Amory case, they give you 2 separate cases with this, one with the theatrical cut and one with the extended cut, which is going to take up a little bit of room. So for those collectors who want the thin packages, this one's maybe not the best. I saw this in the cinema and I'm pretty sure I saw the extended cut and I really liked that. The single one only has the theatrical, and I don't know if that's going to be as good. It's still going to be cool because I think this is a terrific movie, great performances, and really caught me off guard with the sort of layered storytelling, reinvigorating scenes that you've seen earlier on. If you haven't seen it, I've done a review for it. Check out my channel. I think it is a terrific flick. Again, another one that I saw last year and absolutely loved, and that was Nocturnal Animals. It was on Amazon for a price drop of £3.01, and I could not say no to that. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in superb performance. It has got Amy Adams with another superb performance, and it has got Michael Shannon with the best of the lot of them. A really intricate story, really worth your time. I think it's terrific. Okay, so it's indicator time. I picked up 4 indicators this month so far. The first one being the Anderson tapes. Sidney Lumet, Sean Connery. I love Sean Connery in this kind of era. I like the simplicity of some of the covers on this one as well, which I'll throw up here so you can check it out. Again, it has got the DVD and the Blu Ray. I opened this one up to watch it, not stuck it on as yet. And with all these indicators, I'll just show you this while I've got it. It comes with these really worthwhile books. Got lots of essays, lots of things about the movies, lots of stills. I think they're terrific. As you've probably heard in the past couple of months, I really like the indicator packages, so I'm picking up a lot of them. Next up an indicator is The Big Heat by Fritz Lang. I know nothing about it. I wish I had something cool to say about it. I don't really want to know. One of my favourite things about these indicators is at the back of them, it doesn't give you a blurb or anything about the movie. It just tells you the extras, so all you have is the cool cover to go by and your wild imagination. Okay, we have Woody Allen as The Front. Again, I wish I could tell you more, but I don't. I bought this for a reason because I know nothing about it, and these packages are terrific. And last up is Bunny Lake is Missing. And Deja Vu, I know nothing about this one, but I'm interested in checking it out. Of course I'm interested in checking it out. I bought the thing. Everything from now on is Arrow. Everything from now on is Arrow stuff that I bought in the sale, with the exception of one movie, which we'll talk about that at the end. So let's get started with The Pit and the Pendulum, directed by Roger Corman, starring Vincent Price, on a story by Edgar Allan Poe. It kind of started the slew of Corman Poe adaptations. It's one that I saw a long while ago, and it kind of melds into lots of Vincent Price stuff that I'd seen a long time ago. These next sort of 10-11 discs are all $4.99 on the Arrow sale, and it's no-brainers for me. On Instagram, I post a lot of pictures of movies I'm picking up. I was told that this one is pretty good. Django, Prepare a Coffin. Again, I know that the title Django was taken and used in a host of other kind of movies that wasn't really about that character. This one stars Terence Hill. It gets a good reputation. By Senji Suzuki as Branded to Kill from 1967, I think it was. The reason I picked on this one is because it said it was very close to Point Blank, the Lee Marvin movie from the 60s as well, which I think is absolutely terrific and I love it. So I'm quite curious to see a sort of Japanese version of that. This one was just because of the price pretty much, and it is Forbidden Zone. I don't know anything about it at all, but even just looking at the pictures at the back, it looks weird. But I like weird. Weird's sometimes fun and interesting. Okay, one I picked up is Pit Stop. I checked the trailer out of this on YouTube before I bought it. It's about a figure eight race starring Sig Haid, directed by Jack Hill. It looks pretty crazy. A product of its time, definitely. But it looks as if it's kind of pushing the boundaries back there. And from what I've heard about this, people say it is a hell of a lot of fun. Okay, one that's pretty synonymous is The Visitor. I've heard a lot of things about this saying it's terrible, it's awful, it's very B-movie, the plot makes no sense, it's got some good gore. I don't really know what's going on. To me, that is things that are just saying, buy it, buy it, buy it. This is unlike anything you've seen before, and that's what I want sometimes. I want to put on some crazy 70s madness and just go, wow, the drugs were really potent back then. A friend of mine recommended Who Dares Wins. He was talking about war movies. He said this is one of the best ones that kind of sunk by the radar and wasn't really heard about. It appeared for sale and I thought, you know what, I'm going to pull the trigger on this, check it out. I'm going to roll on this movies where I just don't know anything about them, and that is Sullivan Travels. Now, some of these movies I check out before I buy them. Some of them I just have a quick glance. I see the sort of Metacritic score, Rotten Tomatoes score, IMDb score, and I go, like, wow, that's pretty high all across the board. I'm going to check it out. This is one of these movies, and I want to go in with no preconceptions, so sometimes I just don't look anything about them. I put it to the watch pile, and one day it gets picked and thrown on. Also picked up The Tin Drum. A young boy gets a tin drum, I think at the age of 12, and decides he's just going to stop growing. I mean, then somebody tries to take the drum off him, he just screams his head off. And they made a movie of it. That sounds as if it rivals Rubber for just crazy plot. Yeah, so another one I pretty much know nothing about other than that little synopsis. Remo Williams. Have you seen Remo Williams? This was going to be the next big thing in the 80s when it came out, and it never happened. It had the subtitle Unarmed and Dangerous. I think it's terrific. It's a movie I've seen a lot. I've watched it since the 80s. I can't believe I finally got a sort of Blu Ray copy of it from Arrow, no less, so it's going to have some decent extras. If you haven't seen it, you've got to check out Remo, especially for the scene where somebody runs across water. That's one of the jaw-dropping scenes in this movie. I think it's terrific. It's total 80s, total excess, total fun. Necromantic 2 limited edition set. Comes with the soundtrack, comes with the book, comes with the movie. I've got the first one. I still haven't watched that yet because, to be honest, these movies kind of terrify me a little bit. I don't know what the hell I'm going to get when I stick them on. They sound really off-putting, and from what I've heard, they pretty much are. But one time, I'm going to sit down and just disgust myself. Last thing I picked up this month, promised no more after this, and I'm going to finish with something I've never seen before as well, because that seems to be a running theme this month, so let's just continue with New Battles Without Honour and Humanity. It has got New Battles Without Honour and Humanity, The Boss's Head, Last Days of the Boss. It has got a book. I got the original set, the first version, Battles Without Honour and Humanity, when it came out a year or two ago. That set was fantastic. That was 5 movies. And it's going for crazy prices now, so I wanted to make sure I got a copy of this before it vanished, and I had to pay crazy scalper prices, and let's face it, nobody really wants to do that. I tried to be quick. Like I said, there's lots of movies I haven't seen there before, but expect reviews for them, because when I do watch them, I'm going to be throwing them up on the site. Of the ones I haven't seen, do you think there's anything I should jump into first? What would you suggest, like, really delving into? Kind of fancy Remo Williams again, but I've already seen that. I want to try something I haven't seen, so any suggestions on what I should watch first, let me know. If you follow me on Instagram, which is Man vs Film, I usually post deals I've seen on various websites there, if you want to catch any of the things I'm picking up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.